name's Anubis, also known as the Gothic Tech Guy. Welcome to Divine Production Company. So, we changed the name because we're working on a film and we plan on to keep spitting out films every couple of years. So, yeah, in case you didn't know, if you're new to the channel. But today, woo, they dropped it early. I'm talking about Screw Attack because you already saw the title. You already know what I'm talking about. I could have sworn, maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I could have sworn they told us that November 11th, they was gonna drop Ichigo versus Naruto, but apparently they dropped it today. Few of my friends sent me the link, and I'm just like, damn, already this early? Really? That's how you feel? All right, so you already know. Well, you should already know who I'm voting for. I mean, even if you didn't see the video before this one, you see Ichigo's Zapato behind me. I'm a diehard Bleach fan. Yeah, I'm so voting for Ichigo to win. I think he should. I'm not. Again, I'm not a big fan of Naruto. I stopped watching Naruto around after the Plane saga. It was just too many fillers for me. I just couldn't keep up with it. But I'm still backing my boy Ichigo. So let's, without further ado, let's get into this live reaction because I really want to see who wins this. Who they gonna pick to win this? Because I already have my pick. I'm pretty sure you already have your pick. All right. So let's get this started.
The Holy Shonen Trinity, the Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these, some of the biggest titles in manga and anime history.
And it's time for two of those shonen heroes to throw down.
Naruto Uzumaki, ninja prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo Kurosaki, the enormously powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's Wiz 9 Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves, is a pretty quiet town.
Not what I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker among the bunch. The number one knucklehead ninja, Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home, everyone! Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Which is a fancy word for ninja governor.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter, though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is, an airplane?
Actually, his posture likely decreases wind resistance, which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
I remember when you were like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
Sure, Wiz. Anyway, while Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his hardest to reach his goal. But first, he'd have to learn how to control his chakra.
In Buddhism and Hinduism ideologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body which can be opened to achieve enlightenment. But the ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
Oh, see, they weaponized it. Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a number of chakra techniques, or jutsus,
Gesundheit.
and even developed a few new ones of his own.
Dude.
His signature move is the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Where he can copy and paste himself over and over and over again.
Unlike the standard clone technique, Shadow Clones are tangible with their own combat capabilities. By dividing his chakra between himself and his clones, it's nearly impossible to distinguish the real Naruto from the fakes.
And he can get pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them. But when strategies can't save the day, he can always just beat his opponents down with a Rasengan.
By spinning chakra in his hand, Naruto creates a compact ball of energy which can blast through solid stone. While the Rasengan usually takes years to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented more Rasengans than Willy Wonka's invented candies. But his top pick is the Rasen Shuriken. By combining the Rasengan with the element of wind, he uses it to turn the spinning ball into a spinning blade.
Kane Saga, that was a good fight.
With a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
Naruto has plenty of other techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsus. He can even transform into a naked woman.
Ho 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 ho! Looks like he's been studying. I guess that's one plus side to not having parents. You don't need to worry about anyone walking in on you.
While most individuals have chakra, everyone has a limit. The more physical and spiritual energy one possesses, the more chakra they'll have at their disposal.
Just like the gas tank from a chainsaw.
Thanks to his heritage, Naruto already has a great deal of chakra. Even still, he has far more than he reasonably should, all thanks to the beast within.
Yeah, he's got a monster in his stomach.
Let's backtrack a few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself to split the Nine-Tails in two, sealing one half within his own son, Naruto.
So his first ever birthday gift to his son was a giant pet fox that can destroy cities? I wish he was my dad.
Eventually, Naruto discovered how to communicate with the Nine-Tails.
They didn't get along at first. Foxy would dread to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama. Still, they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms. First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a frog.
This state increases all of Naruto's physical abilities. Furthermore, Sage Mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog. No, I'm not kidding.
With Kurama's chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and energy output.
Best of which is the Nine-Tails chakra mode. Flame on! It got even better when he befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama chakra mode.
Chakra mode grants Naruto extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Overwhelming attacks, extra maneuverability, creating Rasen Shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Creepy tiny hands.
He can also shroud himself in a Nine-Tails-sized avatar and use Kurama's ultimate attack, the Tailed Beast Bomb. So destructive it can level a mountain range.
And for his final form, it's spoiler time. Pay attention, cause, yeah. All of this chakra stuff started with an alien named Kaguya, who ate a fruit which basically created chakra. Later, she got all murder happy, so her son stopped her. One of these sons, the Sage of Six Paths, had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him.
Wow.
Yeah, Naruto's kind of an alien.
Through this connection, Naruto was gifted the most divine form of energy, Six Paths Chakra. With it, he can enter Six Paths Sage Mode.
His strength gets boosted even more. He can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls, which are orbs of chakra that can transform into weapons and destroy anything they touch.
He can combine all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar to form Six Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode.
What?
Good God, that's a confusing amount of forms. Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat and could run faster than the eye could see when he was just 12 years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed punch from the fourth Raikage, a feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light-speed loogie.
According to the fourth data book, this light fang attack does indeed move at light speed, over 670 million miles per hour.
Sorry for the silence, man. Like, I knew some of this, but not all of it. Like, I was really paying attention and don't understand, you know? The other side. Oh. Wow.
He's fought multiple tailed
They
beasts
split
at
the
once,
moon in
lifted
Naruto?
a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so strong they burn other flames.
He can even make new eyeballs for blind people. What's up with that? Oh, and in his final fight with rival and possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke,
No.
their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Yeah, close enough.
I'm not gonna run away. Never go back on my word. That's my ninja. My ninja way.
Shinigami. It may sound like a foreign word
Wow.
to some, but you
I
all know
didn't
what it
know
is.
they split the
Death
moon
God,
in
The
Naruto.
Grim Reaper of Souls.
I didn't even know
It's
the
a 17-year-old
demon was just
ginger with
half of a
badass soul.
half was in
Ichigo
Naruto.
Kurosaki
I don't know
seemed
what
like
the
a
other
pretty
half
normal
is.
kid
but
growing up,
yeah.
doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day when he
It's
was
stupid.
9 years old and walking home with his mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave little kid he was.
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul, and it promptly killed his mother.
Bummer. Reminds me of how I lost my poor mama boomstick. Oh, she always hated that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he met a woman named Rukia, who held the illustrious job title of Shinigami, or Soul Reaper, a guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe by helping those who have passed move on to the afterlife. Otherwise, they turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters. Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of Reishi, or spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically present.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring Reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup. That awesome sword. It's a Zanpakuto, a blade connected to its owner's soul. It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, because this shit's about to get crazy.
Ichigo actually has 2 different Zanpakuto spirits.
I can't
drawn
wait
from
for this
his
show to
weird
come
and
back.
confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But he's
I didn't
also
read the
partially
manga. I saw all of the
human
anime,
Reishi power,
but
because
my
that's
friends
what
who
his
read the
mom
manga
was.
told me a lot of stuff.
But he's also part
So,
Hollow because
this part I already
his
know,
mom was
but
possessed by
I
a
hope
hollow
they
called
cover
Light,
the
who
manga
got passed
also.
on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
One of Ichigo's inner spirits is a manifestation of his Quincy side inherited from his mother, while the other is a fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While trying to find a balance between these two sides, Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho.
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo can launch a massive slashing attack.
Call it like it is, Wiz. It's a sword beam, and Ichigo can charge it up, fire from up close, or even blast 2 of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability. From his Shinigami training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet. One
Over the course of his career battling hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many different superpowered forms, starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai. Despite essentially being Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
The next step was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days, like a boss.
When using Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater. And according to the official databook, while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why does his sword shrink when he goes Bankai? Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable. If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained a new power boost with a spoopy hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as
But he got control over that
Bastolorde.
now.
Despite the lack of consciousness, Bastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ukiura, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He
Damn
broke
right.
a black coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right after
This
that,
is what I
he
said in my
survived a
video
shot
before this
so
one.
friggin' big, the explosion could be seen for miles.
By
Yup.
comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT. That's like Ichigo surviving 54 little boys to the face. No, I meant the bombs from 1945. Oh, God.
They stupid.
Well, try as those little boys might, all it did to Ichigo was burn his arm, and he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
For his ultimate attack, Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll with it. To summon the incredibly powerful move Getsu.
Which busted up one of the biggest baddies in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's power.
Yeah, I don't think he'll
Well,
use that
never
again,
revealed,
though.
But 17 months later, he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which enhanced his physical abilities. But then he lost those two.
It's worth noting that while in full-bring Shikai, his normal sword swings were as strong as his old Getsuga Tensho.
But he still didn't give up. After training with some top-tier Soul Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai, complete with not one, but 2 Sengetsu swords.
See, this is the part that I don't
Finally
know.
balancing the
Didn't
Shinigami,
know.
the Hollow, and the
Only
Quincy
heard about.
within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Bastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy.
I can't wait for this to be
In this
animated.
form, he can combine his Getsuga Tensho with one of the strongest Hollow attacks, the Grand Ray Sero.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours and 15 minutes.
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level of Bankai.
Which was immediately crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy the universe named... Ewat?
It's probably inspired by the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp ka sound, so... Yowak?
Yeah, what you gonna do? Well, we can assume this Bankai works similar to his old ones, increasing his physical speed and strength along with his Reiatsu tenfold. Even without his Bankai, he still cut Mustache Man to shreds.
And then he lived happily ever after. Until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
What'd he name him? Ichigo?
What? No,
What?
it's Kazumi.
Well, you might have got it mixed up with
Okay,
the
this
other.
I didn't know. I didn't know
That's a lot of
Ichigo had a
whatever.
kid. That's cool.
Close enough.
Now I'm Ichigo Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper. I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friends!
Yes, after long
Alright,
explanations
that's our
on
set.
both
Let's
sides.
end this debate once and for all.
But first, did you know that Naruto and Ichigo are named after food? Maybe you can find them in your next bunch from Blue Apron.
So
And Blue
that was a
Apron is
very
both those things combined.
long
Blue
explanation on
Apron
both
is the
sides,
number one
and
fresh ingredient and recipe delivered
because of
to
the
the
explanation
All
of
ingredients arrive right to your
Naruto,
door,
I didn't know they
guaranteed
reached
fresh.
as far as fighting on the
It's better
moon
than
and
eating fast
splitting
food,
it.
plus it's affordable.
Like,
Blue Apron
damn, yo.
$10
I'm gonna give Naruto a chance
Choose
again.
from a variety
And,
of recipes and get the meals assembled.
like I said, I think I left
The
off
ingredients are perfect
after the
portions
Pain
and
Saga.
instructions
Then
are
they
easy
did
to
some
follow.
fillers, I
mean,
think.
even Boomstick can do it.
I remember seeing something where they was uniting. All right, I just gotta catch up on.
Well, then,
I'll go
make
back
crispy
and watch
wild
it.
Alaskan pollock and garlic mashed potatoes with roasted broccoli and tartar sauce myself. And if you're worried about variety, don't bother. Recipes are not repeated with
But I'm still backing my boy Ichigo
Check out this week's
because
menu and get $30 off your first order with free shipping by going
That's
to
just too much power he got.
blueapron.com/battle.
You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait.
That's blueapron.com/battle.
Blue Apron, a better way to cook. But right now, it's time for a death battle!
oh, why they doing it low pistols? Like, come on, man.
What's that energy? Is that a hollow?
It could have been a 3D animation or something.
I sense a presence. Naruto, wake up.
Oh wow, he sensed the demon in him.
Whoa, he's invisible!
You can't see me? Good.
Quit running, coward!
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
You're dead!
How the heck?
I thought so. What?
I see you.
Bring it on! Katsuya!
Jeez. The fucking army. Yes, Ichigo. That's nothing to him. Right? Oh, he was fighting that whole time and that wasn't even Bankai State?
Yo,
Yes.
bad, but I'm still gonna beat your ass. Give me a freaking
What?
break.
Could have done
Is that the
it.
best you can do?
Ichigo would not use that form anymore. And it didn't even beat Naruto. Why would Ichigo go into street clothes, even though if he lost his spiritual pressure? He'll still be his soul form.
Screw you! Bastard!
Grab a stick? Come on, man.
Phew, who was that guy?
Wow.
Damn. Even without his powers, Ichigo never gave up. What a badass!
That's,
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
Naruto had better
I gotta hear
a
this
broader
expression-
arsenal and a better
explanation.
healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with 6 paths power, he could see and fight Madara's limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
Also keep in mind that while chakra and reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Let's It's top speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about one-third the speed of light. Ichigo has also displayed lightning-fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Kirichi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Ryatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of times 5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that clearly increased his fighting potential, as well as stack them even though many forms were in separate unconnected power sets.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula, but where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well, nearly.
Ukiora states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Huecomundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall.
Ha-ha!
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So, plug that into the formula, and there you have it. Ichigo's Ryatsu is equal to over 440 billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level is much easier to figure out.
His chakra was once extracted and burst a hole through the hollow moon. He survived the explosion, and it was explicitly said that this was nearly all of his chakra.
Most of his chakra has been siphoned off.
By
Wow.
measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least 480 billion megatons of TNT. 40 billion more than Ichigo.
And don't forget, we were deliberately overestimating him.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional modes, which allowed him to block an attack that cut the moon in half, a force that had
Wow.
over 27 trillion megatons. This proves Naruto can both output and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking, wait, Boomstick, Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But Wiz, weren't Kaguya and Waka Waka planet busters? Don't they scale to them?
Nope. Kaguya's planet-busting attack required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population, not just her own. And while Yuok's power was pretty OP, he couldn't destroy the world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick, if one side gets too heavy, the whole thing comes crashing down.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto sure got the shonen jump on Ichigo.
The winner is Naruto Uzumaki. Stick around, we're about to announce the combatants for the next death battle. And if you want to watch exclusive...
All right. Now that that's over, let's talk about this. Personally, I felt from the beginning that Ichigo should have won that. Now their explanation makes sense. I did not know Naruto blocked a blast that split the moon in half. That's a big fucking achievement. Like you know, I stopped Naruto around the Pain Saga after the Pain Saga, so you know I didn't see no feats that extreme like that. Nor did anyone tell me they split the moon in half. That was a very big fucking shocker. Um, the other thing is I can accept Naruto pulling out the win. What I cannot accept is Ichigo doing the final Genjin Tenshu move thingy. Like that was pain for him. For that year, for him not to have ability, I am quite certain he would never do that move again. He would fight at that new Bankai state that he was with the mixture of the Hollow Quincy and Soul Reaper. Um, until you know he loses. He wouldn't just risk doing that move again because even when he did that move, he didn't understand it fully. He just thought it was a power increase, and he said, when he was getting his flashbacks, he's like, okay, now I understand. By using this move, I lose all of my ability. That's what final means. So he didn't understand back then that when he used that move, that he would lose everything. He just thought it was a power increase. So keeping that factor in mind, I completely doubt he would do that move again, even if it's to win a fight. Um, so yeah, like I said, I can eat the fact that yeah, my boy lost to Naruto, but not using that move, and even using that move, he's in the soul. His soul has left his body to become a Shimigami. So if he uses that move, he's still a Shimigami. He's not gonna resort to a human. What the fuck? And he's not gonna grab a stick. Like what is that? What the fuck? All right, so I don't know. Like I still think it's. I don't know, man. I find it hard, really, really, really hard to accept that defeat that they showed. Like it wasn't put right. It really wasn't. Um, I didn't read the manga, so I don't know the full extent of the power of Ichigo Final Formers. I was only told it, and I seen it in Anime War by Master Media. So like that's the only time I ever seen it animated or whatever because I don't read the manga. I like watching anime better. So not knowing the full extent of his ability of that, and again I didn't know the full extent of Naruto. I didn't know they was fighting on the moon by the end of the series. But like I said in my other videos, still going by the fight with Aizen. Like they even showed it. I mean, he escaped space and time with his bare hands, and was shattering mountains. And he's supposed to be at least 100 times stronger from that state in his final form. That's in the manga. I still think it should have been a way closer fight than that. I mean, that it was very one sided. I mean, he was fighting Ichigo. Ichigo was fighting him in his base form, you could say. Um, and Naruto had to go into his Nine Tails. See, I don't know the forms, but you know he was glowing. The Sage of Six, is that what it's called? Sage of Six, and was giving him a fight. Then he Bankai'd and dominated that form until Ichigo summoned his fox, and then all of a sudden the fox form was stronger than his Bankai state. At least that's what it looked like. So I I don't know. At their explanation of their power levels, I guess if I was to go by that, then sure, I can accept that Naruto is stronger than Ichigo. Fine, but I still feel that it should have been more of a fight. He should have fought it out as his final Bankai state, and then maybe lost. Then I don't. It's Ichigo would not go into that final form again. Like if that's the case, he would have did it in the manga again against the guy who immediately broke his new Zanpakuto after he Bankai because he was so powerful. So if that's the case, if Ichigo felt, oh, I'm about to lose this fight, why didn't he do it in the manga against that? Why he didn't do it? Because he didn't lose all his Soul Reaper power. That was a struggle getting that back and seeing all his friends have abilities and he didn't have no abilities. He would never do that again. I'm sorry, I cannot accept that at all. But fine, I am slowly accepting the fact that yes, they saying Naruto is stronger. Sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. But they could have did the fight better. And I definitely really hate that low game pistol animation they did. That's why I haven't been doing a whole lot of these live reactions to the stuff they've been doing because I can't watch that pixelated stuff. Like even if I start to record me watching it, once I see it's that kind of quality, I lose interest in it. I can't even enjoy the fight, and I wind up stopping the video because it's not. If it's not enjoying, it's not enjoying. I can't even talk. I'm so like If I'm not enjoying it, you're not gonna enjoy it. So I just stopped the recording, and I don't even do none of those live reactions to those other fights because I hate that kind of quality. Especially a big company like that. Come on, put the extra time and the extra money because y'all make a lot of money off of us watching these and clicking up commercial ads and stuff like that. To make it 3D, do some 3D animation or get someone to draw it out or something. Master Media does it, and he does it. He was doing it all by himself, and then he started bringing in people, and he's way smaller company than Screw Attack. So yeah. All right, so this has been my live reaction and my rant on the ending. Yes, sprinkle some salt. Yes, I'm salty about that. Yes, I wanted to see my boy Ichigo win, but yeah, I will accept that the fact that they from their figures that Naruto is stronger. I will accept that, but I do not accept the way the fight ended. Sorry, we went over it. I know I keep bringing it up. It's because Ichigo would not do that. All right. Click on the commercials if they show up. I would really appreciate it if you do. And if you would like to donate, please donate. That would be totally awesome of you. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you don't have the money to donate and you don't feel like clicking the ad, hey, totally understandable. I'm fine with that. Share my video. That would help also. All right?